Welcome back, everybody. A family game of Monopoly in Oklahoma turns violent. Police say John Armstrong and his family were drinking and playing Monopoly on Saturday when Armstrong got into a fight with his stepfather, and that escalated to the game board being flipped over and furniture being knocked around. When they took the fight outside, Armstrong's stepsister says that he fired a shot at her and her father as they tried to run away. Armstrong told Tulsa police as he was being arrested that he fired one shot at the ground. Brian, extended family, alcohol, competition can sometimes be a very volatile combo, as we clearly see here.
Yeah, go to jail, don't pass go, don't collect $200. That famous Monopoly chance card was the first thing I thought about when I heard about this arrest. Monopoly has tested relationships, built alliances, and destroyed friendships, but assault with a deadly weapon is a new one for me. But as I read more about the case, I think there may actually be a defense, depending on how the evidence pans out. We don't have all of the facts yet, but hear me out before you judge. A woman calls 911 saying her stepbrother shot at her and her father after a Monopoly game, all of them drinking, so we don't know how much or who was drunk or who may be protecting whom. Furniture and the board flipped over like you said, and they take it outside. They almost agree to go fight outside. Now, John Armstrong, the suspect, is said to have fired at the stepfather after getting cut in the head. But who cut him? Where'd the knife come from? Who brought a knife to a fist fight, and how bad was that injury? Because to me, it sounds like that's self-defense from deadly force if he pulls out a gun. Now, Armstrong says he shot at the ground, but that brings up other questions. Where's the shell casing? Is there evidence of an indent in the ground where he shot? Also, no gun found? Did they test anyone's hands for gunshot residue? Now, Armstrong may have landed on the blue property and found himself in a lot of trouble, but I don't think this case is as open and shut as one may think. Monopoly puns aside, I think this case is worth another roll of the dice before we find out who's guilty or not.
I'm not going to lie, Brian, that was a nice touch. That was a really nice touch. But getting a little serious, he is charged with assault with a deadly weapon, Terry. What is that? What kind of penalty could he face?
Well, we're in Oklahoma here, so assault with a deadly weapon is if you intentionally try to injure someone, but you're not trying to kill them. And the deadly weapon part also has an intent component. Is he trying to kill with that weapon, or is he just trying to, frighten someone and not really kill them? And here, depending on what comes out with all the facts, he's saying he shot at the ground. They are saying that he was shooting at them. And depending on how ultimately, if this goes to trial, he could serve up to 10 years, 1 to 10 years. And so it's a very serious charge. And, they're looking at it like he obviously should not have been using that weapon the way he used it against his own family members, which is really odd to say that, you could do something like that when it's your father and your stepsister. Obviously, you have domestic violence cases, but I wouldn't have thought that a Monopoly game would end up with a shooting, as we just saw.
Yeah, I wouldn't have imagined that either, Terry. And real quick, 10 seconds, you said between 1 and 10 years. How does that usually work? You think it'll be somewhere down the middle?
Yeah, I think it will be here. I don't think he's going to go to jail for 10 years at all. I mean, if no one was injured, if in fact that bullet did go in the ground and he wasn't trying to aim it at them or to hurt them at all, I think he'll get the lesser side of that.
I think the main lesson is Candyland would have probably been the better option. Monopoly, very tense. Clearly, it brings out the worst in all of us. Brian, Terry, thank you so much. Everyone out there, thanks for joining us here once again on Law and Crime Daily. We'll see you next time as we discuss justice in America.